Hi Libras, how are you doing? Welcome to your January 2018 reading. It's late. Sorry. So what's going on with Libras? I don't know what's going on with y'all. Well, I know what's going on with y'all, but what I mean to say is that I don't know, in the sense that I can't get a read on how... I can't get a read on the bullshit. I've been dealing with somebody who is an Aquarius, but nonetheless, everything else is in Libra in his chart. And there is this feeling that I get, and I'm a Cancer moon, so I know when I get a feeling, that's usually the right feeling. Or it's something that I should not and cannot ignore. So I'm dealing with this person that has a lot of Libra in their chart, and I get the feeling that he is trying to present to me that he is someone or something that he really isn't. Or he doesn't want me to think that he is who he really is. But what he doesn't understand is that what he's presenting to me, I actually don't like, and who I see to be who he truly is, have no problem with, and I'm completely down with. So, and there is that part of Libras, right, that is really concerned with saving face instead of saving ass. But what happens when you save face for so long instead of saving your ass is that eventually people feel like they can't trust you anymore. Right? They feel like they can't trust you. They feel like they can't relate to you authentically. They can't relate to you authentically. They can't feel close to you because you're constantly, judgment. What parts of you have you not been completely honest about? Like, what truths about yourself have you not been completely 100% authentic about? Knight of Brooms, Six of Swords. Good. So either somebody's leaving because they can't really tolerate it anymore, or there's new inspiration, new life, new creativity, a new sense of self, new identity coming through for you. And it's allowing you to leave behind whatever masks, right? It's really hard for fire signs and for water signs to be fake about anything. It's really, 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 really hard. Air signs, on the other hand, and I'm an Aquarius sun, we can be a bit calculating. We can be a bit, like, we know, being air signs, we know how to get somebody to believe that we are something that we're really not. And we can convince ourselves all we want that we're not doing it with malicious intent, but it is malicious. It is wrong, regardless of how small or tiny the deceit might be. It's not cool. And air signs can also be incredible truth speakers at the same time, right? Like that dichotomy, that binary that Gemini's working through right now, right? That Aquarius is working through. Aquarius is working through being full of shit. Seems like you guys are too. And this is not for everybody, right? But there is something about what this, there isn't this happening in the air sign gang right now, where a lot of us are being pushed to really, truly integrate who we really are with the image that we project to the world. That's what I feel like we're being pushed to do as air signs. That it can be very cute and charming when we can play these different roles, but it also can become very annoying, and it can become very contrived, and it can become very disingenuous and kind of scrupulous too, if you're not careful. So let's see what else is coming up for Libra for January 2018. You know, this guy, his moon is in Libra, his everything else is in Libra with that Aquarius sun. And I do get the feeling in the sense that he is hiding who he may truly be. He may be hiding, like an example is, I don't drink, I don't use drugs, I don't even smoke weed. I'm a recovering addict, right? I have 6 years clean. And dating can be difficult because then I date people who drink, who smoke weed, who, you know, want to use drugs from time to time. And like my clean time can become a problem, right? And so this person lied to me about having been on some kind of drug on New Year's Eve. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I actually don't give a fuck what you do with your body. I'm clean because I choose to be clean. I'm clean because it's my choice. I don't care what you do with your body. That's your choice. That's your decision. Don't lie to me about being on drugs. And then when you act out in a certain way, and I question you about it, then it's like, oh, it's because I had taken this earlier. Like, now you don't get to play it both ways. You don't get to now all of a sudden be high when I'm calling you out for a behavior that you're engaging in that actually had nothing to do with you being high, because you weren't even that high, right? So don't even try and make it about whatever you were on. So it's just like that kind of behavior that I've been encountering, not only in him, but in like a lot of also some of my Libra friends, of like this sort of like needing to save face more than saving your ass, and then your ass ends up getting kicked anyway, metaphorically. Like that there's some kind of fear, right? That there's something holding you all back. Like there's some kind of shame I'm almost feeling or sensing. So let's see what else is coming up for Libras. We have the Four of Cups that popped out after the Six of Swords. A friend of mine is on her way to come visit. It just snowed up here, so everybody's up the mountain skiing and snowboarding except for me, because I work up there. I don't want to be snowboarding right now. Okay. So there are some truths that are being brought to you that you're working through. There's some stuff, and Sagittarius got this combination too, of Judgment and Eight of Pentacles. So there are some truths that we're definitely working through. There's some stuff that's definitely being worked out and observed and really being hammered into at the moment. So, you know, I feel like a lot of you are coming to this realization, and there needs to be a new direction through which you move and through which you navigate. And so while I see a lot of you moving on from something difficult, I still sense that there is this feeling of dissatisfaction. Like a leftover feeling of like nagging dissatisfaction. Or you could be leaving this energy, right? Let's see what else is coming up. And I also want to get a better idea of who this Knight of Brooms is. They're called brooms in this deck. This is called the Ghetto Tarot. And it's a deck that was made in Haiti. It's a photographic reinterpretation of the Rider-Waite. And it's all Haitian actors. Even all the props were made by Haitian artists. It's just fucking incredible. I love it. So let's see what else. Air signs are really getting it this month. You know, I think I'm even tired, yeah. Are you moving away from an Aquarius? Is an Aquarius moving away from you? Strength. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Three of Swords. So at the basis of it all, I feel that, you know, when we pretend to be, or when we wear a mask, when we pretend to be something that we're not, or when we kind of engage in this make-believe kind of behavior, that I'm not saying all of you are engaging in, or maybe it's a behavior and energy that's really around you right now. If you are a Libra who's not engaging in that energy, then maybe this is something that's just been sort of circulating around you, and you're kind of tired of it, right? But for those of you, I feel like I need to speak to those of you who really have found yourself sort of in bondage to whatever mask it is you've been wearing, right? And I feel like the basis of that is that we feel that if we are truly ourselves, if we are truly who God intended us to be, the universe intended us to be, right? Whatever your higher power looks, sounds, smells, tastes, is named, whatever, I don't care. I call mine God, right? So like whatever, if we're trying to hide from that, right? If we're trying to hide from that, like that there's this sense of fear that if I really am truly who I am, then like this is what happens to me. People don't stick around, people leave, people find me boring. Or I'm too needy, I'm too this, I'm too that. I'm way too emotionally invested, way too soon, yada, yada, yada. But you know, I feel that there needs to be a move away from that. There needs to be a transition out of that. So yeah, again, with Judgment, a realization comes through. I feel like a lot of you are breaking free from this Eight of Swords energy here, whatever holds you in bondage. You know, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, it's going to take a lot of strength to repair that, right? Like this, they're showing up as the Star. So they're showing up as really positive healing energy. But I feel like they are kind of moving on, or like there's been some kind of argument, there's been some kind of there is a need to move into smoother waters with this person. There is a need to sort of move away from any conflicting energies with this person. And that it is going to take strength for you to move out of this Four of Cups energy. This feeling of dissatisfaction. Let's clarify this Knight of Brooms. Can we clarify the Knight of Brooms? A new beginning, a new journey, a clean slate. Whatever realization comes through from Judgment offers you the ability for a clean slate. Offers you the ability to journey into something new and to leave behind whatever difficulties you have just dealt with. But I feel like in doing so, there are regrets, right? There are some regrets that we encounter when we're on a new journey. And we realize, oh, well, then maybe I should have done things that way. Or I should have done things this way. Or maybe I shouldn't have treated that person like that. Or maybe I should have spoken up when this person said that to me. Let's figure out what Judgment is saying to you. Can we get clarification for Judgment? It's a very broad themed reading. Clarification for Judgment. Clarification for Judgment. Yeah, the ending of a cycle, right? The closing out of things. Like there is a need for a lot of you to really change and transform and to stop. Like there needs to be a completion of, and this comes after Judgment, right? So after Judgment, after we receive our verdict and we receive news of what it is that we need to change, or we receive sort of, you know, whatever information it is we need to understand about a current situation, whatever truth that we're seeking, we receive it. And then it's like we need to accept that truth, face it, realize it, not be ashamed of it. But it's like everything here to me is pointing to the closing out of old cycles and the beginning of new journeys. That whatever it is you're leaving behind has kept you here in this energy, has kept you from really being able to move forward and to take hold of what the universe has to offer you. So the universe is trying to push you out of, I feel like, these energies here. This Eight of Swords and this Four of Cups energy, which is really just another, like, they're two cards that speak of bondage, right? This might be a more literal bondage to our thoughts. And this is also definitely a bondage, an emotional bondage to past situations, past loves, past lovers, that we're holding on to the perceived perfection of what might have been in the past. But let me tell you, if it was really that perfect, that person would still be fucking with you right now. But they're not. They're not here. You've got something else standing in front of you. You have the universe offering you other things. And it doesn't have to just be love. It could be a new job, a new career opportunity, a new house. Something new is being offered to you. But you're so stuck and ruminating and vacillating over the perceived perfection of what's before you. And it's really not that perfect. It really ain't shit anymore. And I feel like there's a lot of prompting for you to move through, to face this, to face how this energy has kept you from moving forward with a lot of your work. It's like, it's almost like what I'm seeing here is we have the Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and then the Star. So it's like there's a lot of work here. It's like you're working hard. There are dreams that you're trying to accomplish, right? Maybe you have done a lot of work to be a suitable candidate, right? To be a suitable romantic partner. Maybe you've done a lot of work. Maybe you've done a lot of work to get that career that you wanted. You've got that new car. You've got a job. You've got all of these. You just had Jupiter all up in your first house. So you had to have gotten something. I hope so, that you got something out of that transit. Even if your Jupiter's afflicted in your personal chart, in your natal chart, it don't matter, it's Jupiter. Jupiter don't care about its afflictions and its squares and its conjunct, like it don't care. Jupiter's going to give you blessings regardless. So it's like you've done all of this work, you've put together all this stuff, but there's still, but then in the application of that work to really applying and getting your hopes and dreams off the table, off the ground, to really healing, right? To really being, because these two cards speak of healing. So really actually stepping up and really being able to heal from a lot of things. It's almost like you hit a roadblock with this Eight of Swords every single fucking time. And I feel like it has a lot to do with, like, you do the work and you say that you want it, but then you actually don't really know how to get it, or you find a way to sabotage yourself from getting this could be the perfect partner, the perfect job, something that's really positive in your life, right? And it's going to take strength to overcome, right, to make this leap, because this is an 8 card too. So 8 is all about power. It's all about power and strength and will. It's going to take a lot of power for you to overcome this. It's almost as if, like, we need you to replace this with this. Stop succumbing to this energy so quickly. Because in this energy, you become weak. In this energy, you make a lot of excuses for your shortcomings. In this energy, you're held in bondage by all of your setbacks. In this energy, you hide yourself from other people and thus kind of become a liar. So what guidance do we have for Libra for January 2018? That's a lot. That's a lot, you guys. I call my spirit guides, you guys. What guidance do we have? Chariot. Yeah? Stop being the victim. The Chariot card, this Cancer card, don't give a fuck about circumstances. They're moving forward regardless. They're recognizing the treasure within who they are, and they're standing up for it, and they're moving forward. All right, outcome for Libra, January 2018. Outcome for Libra. Outcome for Libra, January 2018. Outcome for Libra, January 2018. Knight of Machetes. Yeah? Okay, good. Moving forward. Speaking truth. moving forward with new ideas. I feel like a lot of you are actually going to figure out how to transform this Eight of Swords into a Knight of Swords, which is all about movement, forward motion. It's a good in conjunction with this Chariot card. It means motion, it means movement, it means honest communication. It means you showing up fearless. New information coming in. So good, Libra. I like that. I like that. I like this. So that's your reading for January 2018, and I hope you enjoyed it. If it didn't resonate with you, there's a bunch of other readings on YouTube. And have a happy new year, and I will see you all in February. All right.